Hello, welcome to Tips and Tricks. Before I start, I have made a new Discord server and you should join it because I'm gonna be doing perhaps giveaways, perhaps community type videos like you submitting clips and I would be making a montage or something like that, or challenge videos or something along those lines. So make sure to join it if you want to. Alright, so the first tip and trick I would say is, it is basically grapple dashing, but knowing how to grapple dash. So a lot of people would probably be doing a grapple dash like that. It's not a very effective. The more effective way would be to look up and then hit it, because you won't be going as much downwards because you will be grappling upwards. So it will stop your a little bit of your falling momentum, but you will still gain all the speed that you would. So it's literally like your your wall run will be longer because you won't be wall running downwards as much. So it is very useful, I'd say, and I use it basically in every what do you call it, a grapple dash, because I mean going more up instead of down is always better. So that's why you can see that I'm grappling most of the time upwards. If I'm not, that means, I'm either being dumb or I want to go down. So yeah. So the next tip would be about time trials. When you enter a time trial, you are able to, you're able to reset and then start. But as you can see, me turning loses a little bit of time. So like it takes around 1.5 seconds to reach this end of the solar panel. So, but if you hold R or your quick reset, you are able to freeze and be, aiming yourself. So if I release, I am already, and I reach it in 1.1 seconds. That saved me 400 milliseconds. As you can see, and I reach it at about 1.1, and if I just quick reset, I reached at like 1.4 seconds. So it is very good to know. There's a few time trials that do need it if you want to get, plat. It's just a very easy way to save time, and also world records is definitely needed. Alright, so the next tip and trick I would say is there is a way to maintain your chain many different ways, like springboarding, which is one of those. If you chain and then springboard, you will, as you can see, I am not losing my chain. So springboard, I'm still having it. So it is very good to use it. I use it very much. I use it basically everywhere where I'm not making high enough. Like, so it is very useful. I recommend you learn it. I don't think it's very useful in time trials, but in just free running to maintain your chain, it is very, very good. Alright, next tip and trick would be using coil. A lot of people don't know what it's really used for. I mean, if you read in the codex, you can see that coiling raises your body, allowing you to climb and grab ledges slightly higher. It doesn't really tell much what you can do with it. I mean, sure, you can 1P and then coil to, get some extra height, but that's pretty much it, right? Well, not really. There is one massive part about it. And this is a very good example right here at the second terminal in Derwick. Since the nerf of Wumpy, Wumping is basically same height as a springboard, so you don't need to do this really. You can just springboard up and you get the same height. But anyways, right here, if I try to climb this, let's climb it, okay? I did not make that, and I was very close, right? I could most likely probably make it, but it's much harder. So now, let's get about a momentum right here at the same time, and we can go do it again. But with coil. Grapple, wall run, coil wall run, and add the kick. Easy. Immediately did it. I can do it again, so just to show that it's not a fluke and it actually does give you extra height. I'm not even gonna do it with the same momentum. Boom, boom, and boom. There you go. It gave you, like, I'd say 2 extra of these texture blocks. That's how high it gave you. And basically that is just free height by just clicking shift before a wall run. There is also Sawdust, time trial, that actually uses this to get some extra height. I don't know if the new route uses it, but still, learning this and just knowing it in general is very useful, because if you come across a building that, you know, you're missing just a few arm lengths, you can try doing it. It also works, I believe, with wall climb, so I don't know if it works with a wall kick, but I know it works with wall climbing and wall running. Have you ever wanted to do a double wall run dash, like in Legacy, let's say, where you would wall run and then turn around and wall run again? Well, you can kind of do it like that. It's called the pogo jump. Not many people know about it, but it is a official mechanic, and it allows you to basically hit the ground without losing your speed nor chain, and being able to add a second wall run. You can, I think, do it as much as you want, as long as you have a wall and the ground next to each other, so like this. Basically, there's ground here, there's a wall here. Let me show you. I long jump, do this, and there you go. As you can see, I literally just got an extra wall run in, and I made it all the way here. Basically, I wall ran down into the ground, clicked space, I timed it, so I wouldn't lose my chain, and I would get like a extra kind of after boost, I'd say. And then I added another wall run, so I maintained my speed, I maintained my chaining, and I went like 2 times as far. Okay, these two mechanics is basically something to do with trees and something to do with these grates. So first thing is, you are able to basically after boost or chain onto basically any part of the tree. I would recommend you doing the sides, they are the most consistent, but since it's kind of like a round block, like a slope kind of, but in every way, you are able to chain basically anywhere on the tree. So, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend you doing it on like the top of the blocks, like, because they are kind of squarish, so it won't work all the time. Like these blocks right here, they're kind of flat, so I recommend you do it on the sides, but it is very easy to do. And the grates would be kind of using a glitch or a bug. I don't know if this shouldn't be a mechanic, I don't think, but anyways, if you go from under, spam space, and you're gonna be able to vault the grate. Basically, just go from underneath it up on top. As you can see, it's very consistent. This grate right here, I basically use this mechanic here a lot. Instead of climbing the pipes, I can, you know, climb here, I can climb in the middle here. So here's another grate, so just to show you that it's not just that one, you are able to do it basically on every single one, literally on every single one. Just you have to come from underneath and then just get close enough so you can grab it. Alright, this is a tip. It's a full-on tip. Basically, you know inverse wumping. This is an inverse wumpy that basically you go away from the building that you started it on. A normal wumpy would be basically going into the building, so that's an inverse, and there is a tip to it. So a lot of people like to do it like this. That is very bad, because when you look at your character, you're doing it like this, right? You are one stud wide, and you have only one stud to do it. Now, if you turn it 90 degrees, your feet are now 2 studs wide, and you have 2 studs to be 1 stud on the wall and 1 stud off. So instead of using W and S to do the wumpy, you should do A and D. It is much better, much more consistent, much more lenient, and it's literally the same as a backwards one. But also, there's another benefit to it. It's your back isn't, you know, you're not going back first. You're seeing a little bit of your corner already where you're going. So it is very useful. Please learn it. Okay, the next trick, tip and trick, basically these pipes, as you can see, they have top and they have a bottom. And what is similar with these two top and bottoms is they both have a ground. This ground, and then if I go down here, this ground. Now, how does after boosting or chaining work? Well, you have to be on an edge of a ground, like this, you're able to do it. So if you go on a pipe, and then you slide it down to that bottom one, you are gonna be able to do a, what do you call it? It's more like a pipe long jump. You're able to chain off of a pipe. And there you go. That's how you do it. I actually use this a lot whenever I'm around pipes, because it's just even more speed. You can slide it down, and then you can just long jump off of it. And you still keep all your speed, all your chain, but I would say it is one of the more endgame mechanics that you should learn, because it is very hard to time. I'm still not that good at it. I mean, I am kind of doing them very well right now. And the last tip and trick would be grapple high jumping, and it's basically just charging up your red bar, and once it's red, you have to get the grapple pole, so it's like timing it very well. So grappling and then after boosting, grappling after boosting. It's very hard, but once you get used to it, you will be pretty good at it. And what is so OP about it is you can start an after boost on flat ground. Look, there's no ledges around me. I'm gonna grapple it. Oops, that's fail. Grapple it and after boost, and I just started a after boost off of like here. And when I get up there, let's say, I can 1p immediately. So it is again very, very useful when it comes to speed. So yeah, like I said, join the Discord. It's a new one. Alright, subscribe, leave a like, do all the stuff, and see ya.